Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess who lived in a grand castle. She had everything she could ever want, but she was not happy. She felt empty inside and didn't know how to fill the void. One day, she was introduced to a dangerous drug by her prince consort, and she quickly became addicted. The drug numbed her pain and made her feel alive for the first time in a long time. But as time passed, she needed more and more of the drug to feel the same high. She became isolated and distant, spending all her time locked in her room, chasing her next fix. Meanwhile, her prince consort had become bored with her and began to seek pleasure outside of their marriage. He had multiple affairs, not caring about the princess's feelings. She found out about his infidelity, and the pain and betrayal was too much for her to bear. Feeling alone and desperate, the princess began to explore her own desires and fantasies. She started to engage in secret orgies and affairs, but never found the fulfillment she was looking for. Her addiction to drugs and her promiscuity became her only escape from the pain and emptiness she felt inside. One day, while wandering the castle halls in search of her next hit, she came across a frog sitting in a corner. The frog looked up at her with sad eyes and said, "Please, kind princess, kiss me and turn me back into a prince. I have been cursed by a wicked witch and can only be freed by true love's kiss." The princess, feeling nothing but contempt for the frog, laughed and said, "True love? I have no time for such nonsense. All I need is my next hit." She pulled out a small bag of the drug and began to consume it, not caring about the frog's plea. As the drug took hold, she felt a sense of euphoria wash over her. But as the high began to fade, she felt a deep sense of emptiness and despair. She realized that her addiction and her promiscuity had consumed her life and left her with nothing but a shell of a person. Feeling hopeless and alone, she took her own life by consuming a large amount of the drug. She lay down next to the frog and whispered, "I'm sorry," before taking her last breath. The kingdom was in mourning for their beloved princess, but nobody knew the true extent of her pain and suffering. The frog was still a frog, cursed for eternity. The end.